Grand Rising, my loves. What I really wanted to discuss today was me talking about my spiritual experience with you guys. These experiences also happened like years ago when I was like 12 years old, around 12, between 12 and 14. So if I can't explain all the way, I'm so sorry about that. It's kind of hazy, but I will tell you what I know and what I remember. Um, so this one's going to be about I'm going to tell you guys a couple of them, but this one particular one that I'm going to tell you guys is about a dragon I had met in the astral realms. So I remember in the dream I was in the middle of the ocean. It was nothing but water, like literally I was just in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. And I just remember looking down at myself, and I was wearing like this like short white frilly dress, and I was like and then I remember I was like standing on top of the water, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like in the middle of the ocean standing on the water. And then all of a sudden I just feel my body start to sink, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like low-key panicking, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm sinking, I'm finna drown. But for some reason I didn't like I knew I wasn't gonna die, but I was just still afraid, you know. And as I'm sinking, I noticed that when my head fully submerges under the water, I can still breathe underwater. Like I can make out all the bubbles. I can see the sunlight drifting into the water. I can see my breath under the water, my hair just waving through the water. And I sink deeper and deeper and deeper. But I notice as the deeper I sink, and it never really gets dark, you know. I can still make out my silhouette in the water, my skin, everything. And as I'm sinking, I pass like coral reefs on my way down, and then I come into this like this kind of sinkhole, this underwater cave, and I drift through there, and it's like about like, you know, it's pretty big, but it's like a little circle, and I drift into there, and then I come out into the underwater cave, and it opens back up into like an open space, and I noticed that, like, you know, I stop in the middle of this underwater cave, but the air just in there, the vibe in there just felt so different. Like it just all of a sudden got more intense. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the vibe in the underwater cave got so intense, and I was like, whose house am I in? Whose lair am I in? And I started looking around, and then all of a sudden, like it's like another voice in my head says, look up. And I'm guessing that's my heart so speaking to me, like, look up. And I look up, and then all of a sudden, like, I make out like you know, a dragon's lower half, but it was one of those ancient dragons that don't have wings. It's just the, you know, the whole body and stuff like that, kind of like its body's looking like this. And I look up, and my eyes keep traveling along the body of the dragon, and this dragon is pure white, just all white. And then as soon as like my eyes like meet the dragon's eyes, all I notice is just icy blue. I see pure blue eyes, and I was just entranced. I was in awe of the dragon before me, and me and the dragon just stared at each other, and I felt fear, but I also felt awe. Like I was just like it was just so amazing. Like I couldn't just speak. It was just so beautiful. And then the depth and the whole, like, the detail in that dream was so real. I could feel the water on my skin. I could feel the oxygen go through my lungs, and as I'm looking at the dragon, I noticed like smoke lines coming out of its nostrils, and I could see it, all the detail of the smoke under the water still. It was like we were never even underwater, but we just stared at each other, and the dragon was just looking at me in the water, and it was just like this. And then I remember just like the dream just getting sucked away from me. Like I just went like this, like somebody just, you know, just snatched me at the dream or something. And I woke up, and I was like, and you know, when you wake up from a dream and you breathe, that's how you know like you were really there, because you like your body feels the physical shock from that dream, from that astral projection, I should rather say. And I've never seen this dragon again, but that was my first and only encounter with this dragon. And that was 2 years ago, on September 18th. and it was just a very profound moment in my life. And that's what really got me back on track with my spirituality, when I met my one of my guides. And I think that dragon was one of my guides, because it was just the art introduction was just, it was just like seeing an old friend, you know, but like not really. It was just very strange and a very powerful moment for me. And then moving on now, I remember I told you guys, or I never told you guys, my bad. But I remember that I used to have a lot of sleep paralysis when I was younger, especially between the 7th grade and my freshman year of high school. So between 12, no, actually, yeah, between 12 years old and 14 years old. I used to have a lot of sleep paralysis, and I remember on this one particular night, I woke up as usual, couldn't move, couldn't really breathe that good, my chest felt heavy. Sleep paralysis, you know, makes your whole body paralyzed, you can't move. It feels like your gravity is so much denser than it normally is. It feels like somebody's just loaded your body with hella weights and you can't get up. Like literally, it takes some willpower and mind power to just move one fucking finger, and it's just like, it's crazy. But yeah, I couldn't move, and I was looking at the end of my headboard, and I remember seeing like this old, like, hunched over little black shadow at the end of my bed. And you know how in scary movies they move hella fast up to you? Yeah, that's what it did. And it like crawled all the way up from my legs to my chest, and it sat on my chest. Like, actually it was right in this area. So it sat on my my stomach, and it like hunched over and it looked at me, and I was just like, I was like that, and I was looking back at it, and I was just like, and I was like, oh shit, I'm finna die. Like, I guess this is it. I started saying my prayers in my head, my goodbyes to my family. And yeah, and I remember it leaning down and then just looking at me, and it just said, shh. And I was like, oh hell fucking no, how you gonna shush me and paralyze me and be on top of me all in the same breath? Like, you're very disrespectful. So after it did that, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die. And as soon as like I thought of that, it just disappeared. And that was so fucking crazy. I would have multiple experiences like this where entities would just visit me randomly in the middle of the night. And I remember I had gotten attacked by one of these entities, but I don't want to talk about the experience. It's something personal. But it didn't necessarily mess me up, but it made me wary of the dark and just of the spiritual realm. It kind of made me shy away from it, because it was just like, you know, I don't understand what I'm going through. I'm only 12 years old, between 12 years old and 14. Actually, I was 11 years old experiencing this, but it really mostly started happening when I turned 12. But yeah, like I said, I was very young going through all of this, and I didn't understand. No one understood what I was going through. I would tell my mom, and she couldn't decipher my dreams or my experiences. She would just say, pray, and I'm like, I'm praying, Mom, like it's not working. And it's just, you know, that kind of experience, you know, kind of traumatized me when it came to the spiritual realm and trying to go visit places. It made me reluctant because something would always try to follow me or get me. But, you know, as I've gotten older, I've gained the ability to defend myself and to call into higher powers and higher sources to come protect me and offer me protection as well. But I will make a part 2 of this, but this is all I have for you guys for now, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye, my loves. Be safe, be well, love and light to all of you. Thank you.